everyone, so today I'm going to be talking festival essentials. That was offensive. Hey everyone, today I'm going to be talking festival essentials. Now, I'm not going to be sounding like a brag queen, but I think I'm pretty savvy when it comes to festivals now. I've been to so many. I think I started going to festivals when I was 18, now 24, so obviously that's quite a while. And I've been to loads because I'm in a band and we play loads of festivals and we always stay there and we have a good time. And we also go to festivals to watch as well. But so I thought I would share my wisdom with you on some things that you should probably take with you. So let's go. So first up, the actual essentials. So these are like the drugstore stuff. These are like the things that you're gonna need when you get there. So I went to Boots and they had a 3 for 2 on like miniatures, so I just went a bit crazy. So here we go. So first of all, toothpaste. Believe it or not, you're gonna wanna brush your teeth when you go away. All you're gonna really need is a bottle of water or something to rinse your mouth out with and wet your toothbrush. And then you just spit it on the floor because, you know, it's a festival, everyone's disgusting. And I got this little Colgate thing, which is tiny. To go with the toothpaste, I bought a small toothbrush. So I got a kid's one. This one is a bunny rabbit, but you know what's really good about this one is it's got a head which acts as a lid. So no nasty bacteria can get into my toothbrush, which is obviously the last thing you're gonna want, having a gross toothbrush. You know, and also you might drop it in the grass. So if you put a lid on it, then that's a good idea. But to be honest, you can just buy like really cheap toothbrushes, like, you know, like the packs of like 10 billion for like £1. You can just buy really cheap toothbrushes, which would probably do. I just liked it because it was pink. Miniature deodorant. Now obviously deodorant's gonna be good. You're gonna smell bad, let's face it. So I got a tiny canister of Dove hand sanitizer. Now this is really important because of Portaloos. Now Portaloos do have hand sanitizer in them, but there is gonna be a very high chance that they are gonna run out. They do get restocked and cleaned every single day, probably twice a day, but it's very likely that the one you're using won't have any hand sanitizer anyway. But to clean your hands, which is disgusting and gross. Ugh. Take your own. And also it's good for when just before you want to eat something. There's going to be a lot of sitting around on the floor, there's going to be a lot of touching of things and tents and touching people, and everyone's going to be filthy, so take some hand sanitizer. Next are things that are kind of more like health related, in the sense that, you know, just in case. Obviously, paracetamol is a great idea. Let's face it, when you go to a festival, you normally drink, and you know what happens when you drink? So paracetamol is really good to knock away a headache, even if you're not drinking, even if it's just really hot and you're, you know, the sun and the music and you're feeling a bit paracetamol is good for like if you've got a headache, backache, you know, I don't know. Just take some paracetamol just in case. The next one, I'm so not embarrassed about this because I don't care. Imodium. Imodium is like relieves diarrhea. Now, I'll tell you a little story. Last year I went to download, I think it was like 2 days in, I kept pooing loads and I had an upset stomach. It went so much that it was affecting my trip, but I just kept having to go for a poo. On one of the nights I was like having really bad tummy ache and problems, and I was up and down trying to go to the Portaloo, going to the toilet in the middle of the night. It wasn't great. I actually saw one of my subscribers who was drunk and went, hey, and I was like that. I didn't feel very well. The next morning I went to the like first aid tent and said I've got a really upset stomach, I keep pooing, etc. And he gave me some Imodium. So I'm gonna take Imodium this year. Even if you don't get an upset stomach and you are just a little bit afraid, you can take Imodium like on the first day to kind of, yeah, I'm not embarrassed. Things can happen. Like, well, there's obviously shared water supply, might be a bit dodge. You might eat something that's a bit dodge. Just take some Imodium just in case. I mean, there's nothing embarrassing about poo. We just don't want to be spending all our time there doing it. Compeed, wellies, boots, trainers, whatever. You might wear a pair of shoes that are gonna make you blister. Last year, okay, I needed something a little bit more than Compeed because I got a blister before I went to the festival, which looked like this, and I was so afraid that it was gonna ruin my time that I cried so much before I went. Basically, I had to go to a proper nurse and get it wrapped. Compeed is really great for if you get a blister because, I mean, I take Doc Martens with me when I go to festivals or wellies and they can rub, and you don't want that to ruin your time. You don't want to have to not walk around and stuff because you've got a bloody blister. Tissues! You're going to want to carry some tissues with you just in case, say for example, you go into a Portaloo and there's no toilet roll left You want to get your tissues out so you've got something to use. If not, take a little toilet roll with you. More things for keeping fresh and clean. Now, again, no embarrassment here, but some Femfresh will be great for all you ladies out there. If you haven't got the opportunity to shower, or if you just don't want to because you're living the life of grime for because you're allowed to, because technically you are allowed to. To be honest, I don't shower when I go to a festival because I'm just embracing my inner filth. So Femfresh is great for keeping your downstairs area nice and fresh and wonderful. I got a pack of wipes from Primark. It's £1, the whole thing, twin pack, but it's got face wipes and body wipe. I'm not gonna lie, skin routines, whatever, out the window at a festival. You're kind of limited on space. Yeah, what's the point in making an effort when you are just gonna get dirty again? So I just take some face wipes, and I've also got some body wipes to use on the rest of your body to keep it clean. Obviously, some Batiste. We're gonna want some dry shampoo. Anything that's gonna make you feel fresh and spritz. So I have got this Virgin Mojito body splash from the Body Shop, okay? It's in quite a big bottle. If you've got space, fantastic. But stuff like this is just great to splash on you, like in the middle of the day, rub it in. It smells so good and fresh, this one, because it's Mojito, so it's got quite like a minty vibe to it. You just splash it on your friends. It's probably even good for cooling down. Festivals in the summer, it's gonna be bloody hot. This is gonna be so refreshing. This might be a little bit la-di-da for everybody, but I think it's a really good idea. And this is a Brita filter floss. So the idea is it filters your water as you drink it. Now, a lot of festivals have taps and like water areas where you can fill up bottles of water, but there have been quite a few horror stories that I've heard of, and I think personally I have suffered, where the water is slightly contaminated and can give you an upset stomach. To avoid anything like that, I have got a Brita filter this time. Amongst all the booze and stuff that I'm going to be drinking, it is also very important to keep hydrated. Selfie stick, obviously, you want to get like the crowd and all your friends in. Portable charger, it might be an idea to take a couple. So some of them do like 2 chargers, some do like do 10. So I've got this one here. You don't want to run out of phone battery, especially if you lose your friends, and you won't be able to take pictures of things or like update Facebook on how much of an awesome time you're having. But obviously more important to call people just in case there's an emergency. Poncho! It's gonna rain, it might not rain. If it rains, you're gonna want to be prepared. Disposable camera, obviously. It's really great to get pictures that are taken on a disposable because it gives that kind of old look. It just, I don't know, it's just got a really good look to him, so a disposable camera is always recommended. This thing I bought in Primark, and it is a 5-litre foldable water bottle. Now, I know for sure that I'm not going to be putting water in this. I'm going to be putting something else in it. You can't take glass into festivals just in case there's like damage or violence. So everything must be like in cardboard or like plastic. If anybody fancies, you know, a JD and Co, just come and see me because, you know. Right, so obviously if you want to eat at the festival, then you can say goodbye to a lot of money because eating at festivals is really expensive. I aim to have like 1 meal a day in the arena. You know, I'll spend like money on 1 meal. You spend most of the morning in the campsite, and you know, obviously if you've been drinking, so you can like get the nibbles. So I take like snacks. So I've got some like mini bags of Maryland cookies, which are good because you get like 6 snack packs in them, and they're just like the right size just for having a little snack or a little nibble. Crisps and stuff. The next thing I discovered last year, and Jesus Christ, it was like the best discovery I made, and these are these John West light lunch tuna things, and they do different varieties. They're under 250 calories, and they are like a lunch in a tin, but what's great with them is that they don't need to be refrigerated, and you get like a whole pasta salad thing in there. Capri Sun! Now, I normally take a big box of Capri Sun, but I've got this one just to show you. These are so good for like the morning when you just really need a hit of refreshment. I also got one of these little Oasis like squash things. Obviously I'm going to be like getting water and everything, but if you fancy a little mix it up, get one of these. And I absolutely love these little cans. So we've got a Pim's strawberry and these Jack Daniels and Coke cans. So yeah, I hope that was helpful and factual, and you got a few tips there. Give me your like suggestions in the comments if you've got any more. Love to read through them. And if you're going to festivals this year, stay safe, stay sensible, and don't overdo it. See you guys later. Bye.